All right, well, hello everybody, it's Jake, and here today I want to talk about the importance of practice. You see, I got this Tau battle suit, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know, I don't play Tau. But anyway, I'm painting in oils. Oils to me are like God's gift to wet blending, and I can't wet blend with acrylics for anything. Like, I'm too slow with it. I tried it, and it's just like, I don't like it. Here's my palette. I have three colors: cadmium red medium, Prussian blue, and titanium white. What am I struggling with? Well, oils are lauded as these things that you can just take and paint and you can wet blend and you can do it. There's a little bit of preparation that goes into it though. Like all this oil here is not straight. It is straight from the pot, but it's thinned down quite a bit. I have the Mona Lisa picture oil thinner. And let me show you something. That's like the same consistency as acrylic paint. That's something that it took me forever to figure out. All of this shit here is wet. It's all recently wet. It's all painted on. And you see how it's just gliding over the paint. It's kind of smoothing it out. I was struggling with that. I feel like I have to relearn what I'm doing coming from acrylic paint because I've only been painting for 5 years, and oil paints I've only been using for like a couple months, and it's been a real struggle trying to relearn how to paint. But I think I finally had a breakthrough today. You see this palette here, or this piece of paper? What I did, I took the oil paint, I put it down, I thinned it out until I got to an acrylic consistency. And once I got to an acrylic consistency, I just fucking drew. Basically, just wrote as many words and names. You can see what I think Nola's going to get in strikeouts today. Jimmy Rollins is here. Everything. I just played. And not enough people say this. You need to practice. Okay? Yeah, I'm fucking talking about practice. Iverson's right here. My dog just came in. But see all this on this model here? This gradient and these hazard stripes? I could not do this about 20 minutes ago when I started doing this. And you know what it was? I was taking the paint straight out of the pot, putting as little thinner as possible in there because I watched a bunch of James Wappel videos and he says you only need a couple dabs. But you know what? What works for one person does not work for everybody. And that's something people need to figure out for themselves. I was watching Ninjon, who was talking about Wappel, and he didn't like his painting, and he said it was too soft. And my first thought was, well, it's soft because it's blending wet in the wet, and it's gonna taper. But that's just not fucking true. Like, this looks like acrylic paint. That looks like what acrylic paint looks like. It's very thin. It's not gunking up any of the details. Yeah, it's brushstroke city. But I looked at that and I was like, this looks exactly like acrylic paint. Now, what's the difference? Well, the difference is it ain't dry yet. So, see that glob that I just put on there of white? There's white over here. That's too much. What would you do with acrylic paint? You'd wipe off the excess. Why none of this was synapsing in my head, I don't know. I can't tell you. I think because it's a different paint, in my head, I was like, okay, it works completely different. Nothing that I do with acrylic works, but wait, hold up. That's not true. It's not true at all. Everything that you can do with acrylics, you can do with oil paints. You thin it down the same. You paint it the same. It's just the difference is one is wet and one dries in like 2.5 microseconds. Like I honestly, what blew me away was I was sitting here. Some of this was already painted on. This model is super old. I got it just to paint it for fun. But like this shoulder pad, this little gradient up here was different. None of this was painted. These legs were painted. I went over. I fucking glazed with oils. Wet. What? 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 It's my dog. Hold up. Wet, like toned down oils. This was so much lighter. This little panel right here, it was basically sky blue, and I took some of the Prussian blue. I wetted it down to like a glaze consistency, a little bit thicker than acrylic glaze because it's not water. That's like I took it, brushed it on my hand. See, it did the glaze thing. Look at it right there. It just did the glaze thing. What? This is wet oil paint still. Can it do it? Yes, it can. Now, it just soaked up all the white, and it's more like a wet blend. But it's the same shit. Why am I having this break? Like? And again, the message I want to send out to everybody in this video is fucking practice. I wouldn't have got this way if I didn't practice. Okay? This is a throwaway model. This is a model I'm never going to use in a game. This is a model that I got because I like some of the towel scopes, and I think I just wanted to paint it. So, look what I learned in like 20 minutes of experimenting. A lot. See this blend down here? Fucking fantastic. See these really crisp, sharp white lines here? I thought you couldn't do that with those. I thought you couldn't get the same consistency. But look, you just take the paint, you wipe off the excess. Why was this such a block? Look, watch. This is, first off, this is a black model. Okay? That's another thing I didn't get either, because it was, you can't do oils over black. What the fuck? Look at it. Just keep in mind it's all wet. Vitiligo. What do you do? You want to make it brighter? You just repeat the process. Oh my god, it's the same exact shit as acrylic paint. It's just oils. So the step and the saying or whatever I'm trying to, it's fucking practice, people. Practice. I want to do some more painting. Okay, so take the big brush. Let me show off. Where's this Prussian blue here? How's the consistency of this? It's all right. It's a little thick. Just brush it on here. Okay. Look off the excess. Dry the brush. Dry the brush. Dry it until I don't see any more shit coming off of it. But the shit will inevitably come off of it because it's fucking oil paint and it gets everywhere. That is the one thing. Oil paint gets everywhere. That's a glob. You don't glob on. Work it into the brush. Put your black back or your white back here. And then blend. And then blend. And blend. Oh my god, I can paint with oils. Oh my god, this is no longer scary. Oh my god. And you know what the best part is? It looks great. It looks fantastic. Just keep working it until I like the way it looks. Voila. Now I want to edge highlight it. Here's the part that blew me away. Okay? I'll adjust the camera here. I'll zoom this shit in. That is wet. You just saw me paint that. Take a dab of white. That might be too much still. Okay. Edge highlight. Now it blends. It looks dark, but it's crisp. I think it's crisp. I think it has a nice little edge to it. There's probably not enough paint on my. You go back to the hand palette. Boom. Another. Oh, was that even on camera? Right there, edge. This is dark as fuck blue paint with a little bit of white. It's not going to go straight to white. It's not going to be glowing in the dark neon like the fucking acrylics will because it's already dried. You could just put one color over another color. But what do? You just keep working it. Oh my god. Oh my god. And then you know how we like to feather it out sometimes? We just go. Now it's two colors. It's white going into blue. What the fuck? I'm sorry I'm cursing so much, but I'm a sailor's mouth, and I was raised by a man in the Northeast and a woman from Frankfurt, fucking Philadelphia, and I fucking curse. But it's the same shit as acrylic paints. Why are we still doing this? What? I don't know. Oh, okay. Alright. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go cry in bed because I wasted a lot of hours trying to make a video. But this is going to be my video this week. Fucking practice. 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 Practice.